Hello there, and welcome to Hat in Hands. I'm Kevin, and I'm sure glad you could join me today. Didn't have enough time to do a painting this week, so I thought I'd do a quick little video because I stopped at the local art store yesterday and to resupply myself with some black gesso, and I was getting kind of low, and because I really enjoy doing those black canvases. But while I was there, I got thinking about an old episode of Joy of Painting that got me thinking about something, where Bob Ross had taken some white gesso and mixed it with some acrylic cadmium yellow and got this nice yellow color to put on his canvas to prep it beforehand. Which got me thinking, I'm like, well, what other colors could I use, and what other kind of effects? Can I use black? I don't know. So while I was there, I was kind of looking at different colors, and I'm like, I don't know which colors I want to try. So, but then I saw this little 4-pack of metallic acrylic tubes of paint. There's metallic copper, bronze, silver, and gold. So we got 4 nice colors to work with. I'm going to try mixing them with some black and see what that looks like. And then I'm also going to mix them with the white. Now I know the white will kind of dull the color down, so I can just play with that, see how vibrant I can make it or how soft I can make it. But I was really curious about how the black works, because I think I could make, in my head, I think there's some pretty cool effects we could create, but we'll see how it goes. So let's go ahead and get started. Now got a couple little things here. I got a paper plate so I can mix some stuff. I've got a little plastic tray with some cups on it for different colors, and then I'm going to use this piece of Bristol card here just as my little test paper, just so we can kind of put them out there, let them dry, see what it looks like once it's dry, and then we can see what kind of ideas we can come up with for a painting. So and I found this little camp knife I'm going to use to mix it up, because I don't want to use my good stuff for this little experiment. So, alright, let's go ahead and get started. Now all this stuff is Master's Touch brand, so it's pretty common stuff you can find at your local arts store. That is, if this works. Alright, so let's see what happens when let's take some white here. Put some white on this plate here. And let's get a little more white. Okay, let's start off with some gold. What happens when we mix the two together? Okay, so that's interesting. So let's take a little bit of, let's take this Bristol paper. Now let's just smear some of it across here. we'll let that dry. All right. That might be interesting. You know what? I'm actually working. Yeah, let's go ahead and. Perhaps we don't need as much white. Let's try a little bit more white. Let's try some of the silver this time. See how that does. Okay. All right. We'll let that dry. All right. Let's take a bit. More white. Let's try some of this bronze here. The white definitely does soften it up. So the more, seems like the darker you want it, you want to add more pigment. But the white will soften it up quite a bit. So your kind of stuff we can take some of this copper. And we will let those dry. Alright, so now the part I'm really curious about. Looks like with the white, make some neat stuff. That might be cool for some highlights and accent parts. Good to know, good to think about for something in the future. But what I'm really curious about is how does the metallic pigments interact with the black gesso? Because the black gesso is like, it's jet black and it's a matte finish, but I'm thinking I can give it some nice sheen and with a little hint of color, so when I put other transparent colors on top of it, I'm hoping it can create a pretty cool effect. But so, moment of truth. Let's see what we can come up with. Alright, so start off with, we're going to take black gesso. I think I kind of like this camera angle a little better. You can see still see my smiling face and kind of what I'm doing here. All right, so take some of the black gesso here. I'm just gonna put a little dab right there. All right. Actually, it doesn't matter. I can just go ahead and start off with the gold. Okay. Mix that up nicely. Oh, I have a feeling this is going to be cool. Go ahead and mix this up real good. Okay, take our card here. We're going to put it on this other side here. And we're just going to smear a nice little swatch on there. We'll see how that turns out. All right. That guy off. All right. Let's go ahead and get some. I have a good feeling about this. Maybe having to do another space scene. All right, let's grab some more black gesso here. Put some. All right, let's go to the silver. Let's see how the silver does. Grab that. Go ahead and mix these guys together. Make sure we get them mixed up real nice and good. Now I'm just kind of adding a little bit more black as I go, kind of see how it does. Because I want it to be dark, but I still want to make sure I can get the properties of the pigment as well, and the sparkle from the metal flakes that are in there. I can feel it. It's kind of gritty. It's almost like almost kind of feels like sand a little bit. Okay, we'll smear this out right on here. That is the silver. Okay. Let's get back into our black here. Better hurry, this stuff dries pretty quick. Alright, got some black on there. Okay, let's get into this bronze right here. Just mix them together. Up real good. we just got one more to go, and we'll see how it turns out. And once these are dry, we'll do the big reveal and see what they look like, and get kind of an idea what kind of colors, what kind of transparent colors will go good on top. At least best we can guess. All right. Oh. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. It's the last one, so. This one is the copper mixed with the black gesso. Nice little. Alright, got a nice little swatch of that. Okay, once those dry, we'll see what they look like, and we'll kind of speculate what we can do with it. Alright, so I've given this a few minutes to dry. It's still a little damp, but I think it's dry enough we can kind of see what's going on with it. And so over here on this side we have the metallic colors that I mixed with the white gesso, and as you can see there's some sparkle to it. That's pretty cool. That'd be nice for some accent spots if you're wanting to who knows, whatever idea you can come up with. Then over here on this other side, you can see where I mixed it with the black gesso, and up top was with the gold. The next one down was with silver, then the bronze, and at the bottom was the copper. And as you can see, some really neat sparkle going on there. I'm starting to get a few ideas, and you know, when I was starting to think about this, I'd only seen that one Bob Ross episode where he mixed some yellow with some white gesso. And then I started looking around and on YouTube, and I haven't seen anything so like what it would do, like mixing other colors. So hopefully this video helps you answer that question if you had it, and maybe it'll give you some ideas for your future paintings as well. So thank you for joining me. Until next time, be good to each other, and remember, be creative.